Hey everybody, it's Russ coming at you right here from MCKAMEY Manor. Wearing Little Miss Holly Bobali's hat, and I think it looks much more attractive on me. Wouldn't you agree? All right, I just had to get this quick little video out because it was unusual that finally one of the LICs, which stand for, say it with me, 1, 2, 3, low information crowd, actually contacted me when I challenged them to a little debate. And we did it on Facebook Live. So here it is. It's pretty good, I think. I don't know if you can see all the comments because that's what the funny stuff was. But I will let you decide how it turned out. Oh, by the way, once and for all, there's only 4 places that you can officially view MCKAMEY Manor things. There might be something else coming on the line because I'm going to try to do a pay-per-view on the new MCKAMEY Manor content stuff. But until then, the only thing that's official is MCKAMEYManor.com that hasn't been hacked into yet. They did at one time, but it's back. That's the website. The Facebook page, which is Russ MCKAMEY, my personal page. The MCKAMEY Manor Survival Horror page, that's still mine. And, and Resurrection. That's the closed group page. Everything else out there, all those other MCKAMEY Manor sites, Russ MCKAMEY sites, MCKAMEY Russ, Manor MCKAMEY, whatever. Those are all fake Facebook sites and YouTube sites. Oh, speaking of YouTube, a big one. The only real YouTube site is MCKAMEY Manor Presents. The other site that has the 40 million plus views on it, that's been hacked for over a year. And those guys have destroyed the videos because they have taken out music and they edited various things in order for them to monetize. So they're making a lot of money on my movies. How about that? And YouTube won't do a doggone thing about it. I need to shave. I look kind of raggedy right now. Sorry about that. So back to the other sites. Everything else is fake, including the MCKAMEYManor.com. I haven't had that site for over a year, and we know who owns it, but we can't do anything about it. Facebook could care less, and to be honest, I could really care less as well. Just be aware that these sites, the postings that are on there, the guy pretends to be me. It's not me. If it's not coming from my page, Russ MCKAMEY, or if you're not seeing this little face talking to you, or if it's not MCKAMEY Manor Presents, or Resurrection, or the website, it's not me. But what they do is they cut and paste the sites that I make on, like my personal page, they cut and paste it, and then they post that on these fake sites, and they make it look like, oh, see, that's a real post. That's what he posted over there. And then they intertwine that post with all their garbage posts. So be aware if you're seeing anything on these fake pages, and the big one right now, and he's loving the attention, is MCKAMEYManor.com. It's not real. Not real. It's not me. This is me. If you want to talk to me, you'll find me at my personal page, Russ MCKAMEY. Okay? Comprende? So I just wanted to say that. All right, so sit back and enjoy only the fourth person in 16 years who has been a hater or an LIC who's actually been man or woman enough to come on board and take the little MCKAMEY Manor debate. Just 4. Can you believe that? And I get like 8,000 of them per day, but none of them ever man or woman up. So think what you want about our guy here, and his name is Aaron. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Okay. Aaron Swan. Sorry about that. So Aaron Swan, I think it turned out fine. You got to give him credit. At least he came on board. And I got no problem with the haters. I really don't. Even these whack jobs who've taken my websites over. Do you know how much publicity they give me for being out there talking all the smack they do? Because I think most people understand the real MCKAMEY Manor and the kind of things that I would and would not post. I think most of you guys are pretty intelligent. And so all they do is just keep the name out there. So good job, haters. Keep doing what you're doing. Be looking for the new Extinction video that was taken down off of YouTube for content that was not suitable. And I actually got an official mark against me. So if I get 2 more, my MCKAMEY Manor Presents page is gone. So I have to be very careful. So we're going to find a new place to upload the new content, with the exception of stuff like this and the Heart of Haunt films and whatever. But otherwise, the new cool movies will probably be like $1 per view. That's right. I'm going to start to charge you rascals after doing this for 16 years for free. And it's not because I really want to, it's just because everybody else is making money on MCKAMEY Manor. Everybody from people that make documentaries about me. I mean, there are a lot of those. And, you know, to the YouTube channels that's been hacked, to stories about me, to republishing my movies, you name it. Everybody makes money but me. And it's never been a big deal, and it still really isn't. But it would be nice to have a little bit, even just, you know, $20, $30 to help towards the cost of running the haunt. Or even things such as like food, because I'm no longer working, I'm retired. So any little thing will help. So people suggested, like, why don't you charge $1 for a movie? And I thought, you think anybody's going to watch that? Well, they might. We'll find out. And why don't you sell t-shirts? So I'm thinking about selling t-shirts as well, and other merchandise. I've never done it, but who knows? The paw says who knows right here. Okay, so that's the latest and greatest. Sit back and enjoy an actual LIC man enough to come on board and face me and all of you, because we did it again during a live feed. That was fun. So thank you, Mr. Swan, Aaron Swan, for participating. And we even publicized his haunt at the end. Because why? Because I'm a nice guy. Misunderstood, but I am out there looking out for you, the haunters. All right, guys. I will see you later. By the way, Holly is out in the yard painting the barn right now. How cool is she? She's amazing. Amazing. All right. Love all of you. We'll see you later. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. All right. Oh, just woke up, I have helmet head. Let's get some of you guys on here. Come on board. Click on board. I got a special treat for you guys. Hey, Belinda, I got a special, exciting live feed for you. Brandy, Casey, how y'all doing? Jake, big Jake. Jake, I got one for you too. Jake, you need to watch this one. This is going to be fun. Melissa, don't turn away. Doug, this feed is perfect for you. Do not feed. We're going to have, as a special guest star on today's live feed, we have an actual hater. Austin Graham, you got to hear this one, buddy. I'm waiting for him to click on board. He promised me he would. His name is Aaron Swan. Aaron, you need to come on. You need to click on, buddy. He just contacted me. So what the deal was, first off, y'all know that the haters, the LICs, right? They never, ever take the challenge to come on board and listen or, show their case or facts, whatever. They don't do it, right?
It's going to happen right now, Aaron. I'm just waiting for, April, I'm just waiting for this guy to click on board. He promised me he would. And his name's Aaron Swan. Just became friends with him. There he is. There's Aaron. All right, Aaron, we'll get you on here in just a second. So, hey, no matter what, you got to give Aaron credit. Hey, Caleb. Now, Caleb, these are all guys on here, Aaron, who have taken the tour, a lot of them. So, be interesting. All right, Aaron, I'll get you on in just a second. Let me kind of do a build-up here to what's going on. So, I get a lot of LICs. And what's LIC stand for? Low information crowd, right? So, y'all say hello to Aaron Swan. And Aaron wrote me an interesting message on my website. I've been getting a ton of literally hundreds of requests to go through the manor after the Haunters movie came out, which I always did anyways. But this is what Aaron had to say, and then this is my response as well. Aaron says, "You are mentally disturbed." That's his title, which I might be. That's his title right there, right? He says, "I just want you to know," and I'm going to read it just as you wrote it. "I just want you to know I watch the documentary about your haunted house, and you and your whole family are mentally disturbed for you to sit there and enjoy tormenting people is pretty dark. You yourself wouldn't even want this torture." Now, I'm reading it as it says, so there's no commas or anything in here. "Why, if you can dish it out, why can't you take it? So I propose a challenge. You and your wife," didn't know I was married, but okay. "You and your wife," did you know I was married, Holly? No. Okay, I just want to make sure. And these guys really have their information down like that. "So I propose a challenge." Excuse me. "You and your wife both go through your own haunt and have your own actors treat you the way they treat your customers and videotape it. And I dare you to post it so everybody can see that you can take what you dish out. Do you accept? I bet you don't." So I wrote back. I said, "Well, I propose this to you. ... Go on a live podcast." We'll do it right here. "And state your case and facts." Facts are important, Aaron. You got to have some facts back at what you're saying. Of course, it might be good to know that, Aaron, if you really know your facts, that I'm not married, never have been, but that's okay. Little fact there. "And the whole world to see." I said, for the whole world to see. So I said, yeah, come on board, state your facts for the whole world to see. I said, "Don't be a coward." And he wasn't. Here he is. I have a bad helmet head. I apologize. "Don't be a coward and accept the offer to show everyone what you're all about. You can propose everything to me live. Call me at the phone number." And he actually did. So, man, you got to give Aaron, my little LIC, the credit for at least he called up, right? This is only the fourth time in MCKAMEY Manor history that, Tiffany Brewer. Tiffany is another candidate. I hope you're watching these live feeds and what folks are saying, mister, because you might learn something there too, Aaron. So let me get Aaron on here. Aaron, make a comment real fast so I can try to bring you on and talk slowly. I know, I'll let you ramble all you want. I will let you say whatever you want to say. But just have facts, Aaron. You got to have the facts now, okay? So make a comment so I can bring you back on in here, Bubba Boy. And seriously, I love these guys. I love, the low information crowds. I love Aaron for even taking the chance to do this. I'm going to let you just talk and play your case, dude. This is all entertainment for my fans here. So, all right, Aaron Swan. So you, my man, first off, thanks for coming on board. Again, you're only the fourth LIC to do this, to have the guts to actually come on in and talk nonsense. Because what you're going to be doing is talking nonsense, and that's okay though. And like I said, we'd like you to have facts. So when you state your case, you need to state it with actual knowledge of what's going on. And then, like, when you're reading these reports down here, are what people are, like, yapping about. Most of these people have gone through the tour.
so they could, either back up what you're saying or they can so listen to what they have to say down the road. But this is all just some good fun, Aaron, because clearly you don't really know what's going on with the manor or myself, or you don't know anything about me or how it really is. So you're going off videos, you're going off what you think you know, and that's just entertaining to us. So, Aaron, you have got the floor, my man. Go ahead and state your case to all these fine folks who are watching and sell it. Sell it big. All right.
All right. Well, here's my thing. So I watched your documentary, okay, and obviously I don't know about your haunt because I've never been there. But from the documentary, it looked to me as if I understand that these people came in and they wanted this stuff to happen, but when they wanted to be let loose, it was never an option, and I don't understand that. So can you explain to me why there's not a safe word? I mean, I understand the haunt industry somewhat, and I understand the fear factor of it, and that's cool. But it just seems to me that, there's a difference between reality and fantasy. And as a haunter myself, I try to give the crowd the fantasy for them to think that they're in fear, but no actual harm to come to them. So if you can explain to me.
So would you be surprised then? Now this is where you got to put your logic cap on in all LICs. So I've been doing this for 40 years. So in 40 years, if people were really in danger, and if people were really in this, situation where as dangerous as you believe or whatever, do you think in 40 years that we would have had some type of accident? Would somebody have been injured in 40 years? That's pretty logical that they would be, right? Because you've seen the movies. So clearly in 40 years, we must have had some serious injuries because it's a pretty wild show. Would you agree with that?
I'd agree to that.
Okay. So in 40 years, just so to clear things up, we've never had not one serious injury. Now we've had bumps, bruises, sprains, but not one serious injury ever. We have had a heart attack, but that wasn't with the extreme haunt. That was somebody who was overweight, didn't belong in any haunt that would have happened anytime, anywhere. And she actually came back a couple weeks later to finish her tour, so she was okay. So we've never had one injury ever. Now, you would think also with all the thousands of folks that we've run through that it only makes sense we would have so many lawsuits against us. Imagine that, Aaron. All the craziness that we're doing, holding people against their will, torturing them. Oh, my God. I mean, all the things that you think that we're doing, because you said right here that I'm mentally disturbed. And I can't argue with you there. I'm sure I'm a bit whacked out. We all are. But with all these crazy things that I do to people, how many lawsuits, because there has to be a gazillion of them, do you think I have in all these years?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Give me a rough guess. Give me a rough guess. More than 10, more than 20, because we are the most.
Probably have zero.
You got it.
Probably
right.
have
zero. So why do you think in all these years we've never had one single lawsuit? Because the whole world is lawsuit happy. So what do you think we're doing to them that would make them not go to a lawyer right away? I mean, that's insane, right? I mean, if I was tortured, I'd be hitting a lawyer so fast. I'd be hitting the police so fast, man. I would be. So how is it that I'm still operating and running? I'm just trying to do some logical dialogue with you. So how does that work out, do you think?
Well, I know that you're wanting me to fight with you. I get that.
No, not.
But I'm not going to fight with you.
A question. How would someone like me, this mentally disturbed guy who runs a torture house, who doesn't let people quit when they don't want, and how would I get away with operating such an establishment for 19 years doing what I do now? I'm just throwing that out there, not arguing.
No, that's good. I get it, man. I want you to explain to me how that you've done that for so many years without getting in trouble.
Well, do you think?
That's
Okay,
the whole.
well, again, got to put our logic cap on here now. So,
Hmm.
if those things were really happening in
Hmm.
reality, I'll ask it another way. If all that was really happening, people were getting tortured on the brink of being, death, being held against their will, being threatened. Do you think I would be allowed to do that? Do you think that I would not be in jail? Do you think I would not have lawsuits out the yin yang? Do you think that people would be, going insane and trying to lock me up? I mean, don't you think that would happen if that was really taking place?
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. If that was real, absolutely you'd be in jail. No doubt about it.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
understand that it's not real in the sense that it's a haunted house. I get that.
Okay.
But I guess my thing is why is there not something, is it just for the fear factor that they can't quit? Is that why there's not a safe word?
Because the reason why there's no safe word is because we are a different type of haunt, and we're the only one that doesn't have a safe phrase. And the kind of audience that we get, you know, do you even know? I'll get back to that in a second, but do you know the requirements of even coming here, Aaron? I mean, have you looked at it enough to where you know what it takes to come to McCamey Manor?
No, I've seen your ads periodically, and I watched the documentary this morning.
All right.
So I don't know much about you, but
You don't? Okay.
it took me back.
I understand. So you don't know really what it takes to get here. So let me explain the kind of people that come to the manor. Like Stephen right there, all these guys are talking right now. They've been to the tour, so you can go back later and read what they have to say. I can't really see what's going on. But
Yeah.
all the people that come here are a special kind of breed, Aaron. They're not your average run-of-the-mill Jane and John Doe. These guys are extreme fanatics that want something that they can't get anyplace else. So in order to get here, just to get your foot in the door and be selected, first off, you have to be 21 or above. And after I give you this list, if you know of any other haunt in the world that has these kinds of requirements, let me know. So you got to be 21 or above, or 18 to 20 with parental consent. You have to have a letter from a doctor stating that you are physically cleared to participate. You have to go see a psychologist and have a letter from a psych saying you're mentally cleared to participate. You have to go through a criminal background investigation before you can get your foot in the door. You have to show proof of medical insurance so we know that you're okay in case there is an injury. You have to go through a live Facebook or Skype interview with me prior to make sure you're the right kind of contestant. Because we don't want to waste our time with folks who just are wannabes. We want the hardcore kind. You have to sign a 40-page waiver, Aaron, that takes 3 to 4 hours to sign. Within that waiver, Aaron, you're going to know everything that you're going to do inside McCamey Manor. There's not one thing that we keep off the table. So a person can never come back and say, I didn't know you were going to pull my tooth out without Novocaine, because we do. And they go, yes, you did. Here, number 133. Extraction of teeth without the use of Novocaine. Are you up for that? Yes or no? And then my job is to talk you out of it. My job is to say, so-and-so, you really don't want to do this. And that's all they hear for 4 hours is me trying to talk them out of it. So they're going to know everything that they have to do. There are no hidden surprises, and they get the option of taking 2 things off the table. But when they come to McCamey Manor, they know that everything is on the table, with the exception of there's nothing sexual, nothing inappropriate, and no religious acts. Everything else you are signing up for. Now, a huge part of that waiver says, contestant, do you want a safe phrase? And I say it in there like 30 times. I say it so many times that they're sick of hearing me say it. Do you want a safe phrase? You need to have one. Really don't want to do this. And guess what? Every single one of them say when they're offered a safe phrase numerous times in writing, on camera. Just guess what they say there, Aaron.
You tell me.
They say no safe phrase. We want to go hardcore. We want to go as long as we possibly can until we are mentally or physically are at such a point that, Russ, you have to bring me out. Otherwise, do not bring me out. It states this over and over, and all these folks on this feed right now can attest to that they get tired of me asking them, do you want a safe phrase? I recommend taking a safe phrase. And they're all like, nope, I don't want it. I'm not going to do it. And so, because they say, we don't want it, okay, I'll abide by that. So the rule is that they'll go in, no safe phrase, no quitting, and they're giving me the option to make the decision of when they need to be pulled out. Now, in saying that, again, in all of these years of me working that scenario where I make the decision, we've never had one injury, not one. Have people passed out? Absolutely. Have people got hyperthermia? Absolutely. And what happens when you get hyperthermia or you pass out? I yank you out, unless I feel that you're able to recoup and come back. Good example is I had this one young lady named Christina Buster. Again, I'm giving you a little history here. Christina Buster's been through the tour 3 or 4 times. She flies 19 hours each way to get here. She flies from Kuwait. She's a contractor. On her first tour, she went into shock. So we pulled her out, stopped the show. She was done. After about 30, we had a film crew there that day as well. In fact, she might even be in the Haunters movie. After she came out of it, about 30 minutes later, she asked the director, why am I here? Why am I not in the haunt? And he's like, because you were in shock. We took you out. She's like, I flew 19 hours to get here. Get me back in that show. And then she got really mad at me. I was like, no, you're not going back in. And then she got really irate, which isn't on camera. And she insisted to go back in. And then she did another 4 hours in the show. This is the kind, and then she came back another 2 or 3 times. These are the types of individuals that we get. Is it your cup of tea? No. Is it my cup of tea? Do I want to do it? No. Now, have I tried every single stunt? Absolutely. Have I tested them all out? 100% I have. But do I want to go through it like they go through it? Nope. First off, I'm not medically qualified. I've had brain surgery 2 times, so I have metal plates in my noggin here. So I can't have my head roughed up at all. And that's the reason why we get a medical letter, to make sure that we know what their medical limitations are, and then we try to work around that. But if you had brain surgery where you have, you have to be extremely careful. I'm lucky to be sitting here still, aggravating you the way I am right now, then clearly I'm not going to go in. Just like if you had brain surgery, that's a disqualifier. Now, does that mean I haven't tried everything? I've tried them all. They're all safe and sound. But that's how careful we are about who we let in and who we don't, mentally and physically. And that's a testament to why we haven't had people saying, oh, we're going to sue you afterwards. Oh, we're going to do this and do that. Oh, we're going to call the police. And the couple of people who have gone to the police, I'll tell you how that works out. They go to the police. They claim these crazy accusations about us. The police come here and I say, Mr. Law Enforcement, let me show you something. I happen to film every single moment of their tour. And they go, you do? I go, absolutely. We film everything. So then I show them the unedited footage of their tour, of that person who complained. And every single time, there's like, nope, nothing there. In fact, Aaron, there's a great movie I want you to watch. I just posted it last night on my channel. It's called The Liars Club. I think it's called The Liars Club. That's a behind-the-scenes movie of someone named Avery and Albert who tried to do just that. They tried to set me up. They were actually paid $1,200 from the haters. I have a massive hate fan base. They were paid $1,200. They were paid their travel to get here. They got here to try to set us up. We gave them a tour. They then went to the police. And all that's documented in that movie called The Liars Club. You probably should watch it. It's very entertaining, and that'll give you a really good example of what I have to go through and why I take the precautions that I do. So when we get done here, watch the movie. It's quite entertaining. But that's why we haven't had these issues, because we know who we're putting in. We know the kind of audience that we have, and the audience knows what this is all about. They're not LICs. The people that come through here, they are very informed about McKamey Manor. They're not being twisted. They're not being fooled to come here. They know exactly. They begged to come here. And if you watch more of my films, you'll understand all the hoops they have to get here. So that's kind of where we're at. All right. Long-winded answer, but continue on.
No, I mean, you pretty much answered the thing that I was wondering. So, I mean, I know a lot of your people down there are saying that they, you know, they're kind of mad at me, but hey, man, it's a free country. You know,
They're
it's
just
cool.
saying like Tiffany's saying, like Tiffany's been through 2 times. She's like, do your research. It takes a lot to get here, not just, yep, let's do this thing. You know, so before you, I guess my point is, before you come online and attack me, Aaron, because I'm sure you can agree that I'm not attacking you at all. I'm being very sociable. I'm being hopefully educational for you. But by you calling me mentally disturbed, now,
Sure.
you think I'm really mentally disturbed? Do I sound like that to you? And you can think I am. That's fine. But for you to make that accusation about me and my wife, which I don't have a wife, never had a wife. Come here, Holly. Come see my come see my supposed wife. Come here, Holly. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here, you nut. All right. So say hello to Holly.
Hey.
So Holly is part of Holly's Playhouse, and which is now the Gauntlet. So Aaron, if you came through the tour, your first 4 to 5 hours, you have to deal with Holly. Nothing else. You have to do stunts and things that Holly will put you through. And if you can't keep up with the little lovely Miss Holly here, then you can't move on to part 2 of the haunt, which is in Alabama. So this is all you just got to deal with Holly. My goodness gracious. How tough can that be?
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. But thank you, my dear. So that's my significant other. So you should do some research, and you really shouldn't attack people as, what was it again, mentally disturbed. That's not what you should do unless you really know what you're talking about. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and the only reason why I said that is because that's what it betrayed you on that documentary, man. It made you look like you was just some whack job. Have you watched the documentary?
Yeah, I think it's really entertaining. I don't think it makes it look like a whack job at all. It makes it look like I'm a passionate, enthusiastic haunter. And am I a showbiz guy? Absolutely. Do I know how to entertain? Absolutely. Do I know how to spin things the way I want to spin it? You bet I do. There's a reason why I am the most infamous and famous, for better or for worse, haunted house in the world. And I do this purely out of passion. What other, I guess you could call them mentally disturbed in the sense that I do all this for the fans. I don't make a single penny on anything I do. I do this because I love to entertain. I have a huge fan base worldwide, and it's all about the love of the fans and to entertain them. I mean, who else spends close to $1 million, which I've spent throughout the years, and not ever expecting to make a dime? Who else has turned down numerous television shows and TV series, reality shows, and I've turned them down just so I wouldn't give away the magic, because that would not be fair to the fans. I'm a magician. I do a lot of tricks. I use hypnosis. I use mind control. I use a lot of things on people when they're here. There's a reason why nobody, Aaron, nobody has ever completed it. Navy SEALs, Special Warfare, Marines, law enforcement, not one person has ever completed it. And there's a reason. And they haven't completed it, and they've never been injured. So something really special and magical is happening at MCKAMEY Manor. And that's my legacy. And when I'm dead and gone, people are still going to be talking about the manor and about, was that real? That can't be real. That can't be true. That's an urban legend, but oh, it's real, all right. And all you got to do is talk to the people who've gone through it. And that's the magic behind it. It's not about making money. You know, we all want to become rich and whatever. I don't. I just want to entertain the folks and put on the best show I can. And because of that, the fates have been good to me, and they've allowed me to become what we are. And I think that's fantastic. And you as a haunter should love that, because that's like the coolest thing ever, to be able to see your dreams come true and to make folks happy. And that's what I'm all about, dude. I'm all about entertainment. This is this is not reality. This is smoke and mirrors. It's not reality in the sense that all these negative things you hear about. Is it reality in the sense that it's as tough as I say it is? Absolutely. But it's very well controlled. Everybody's safe. Everybody's always been safe. And my track record speaks for itself. So, I do take offense when I get guys like you coming on board and saying I'm this and saying I'm that, because you got no idea of what it really is. And then it's disappointing to me, Aaron, that you just took one movie, which, who else gets a movie made about them? That's crazy. And let me tell you about how the movie came about too. John Schnitzer was actually done with this movie. He was completed with the movie. And then he heard through the grapevine this urban legend about there's this haunt in San Diego. He goes, oh, that can't be true. That cannot be true. And then he contacted me and he's like, holy smokes, you guys really exist. And then he spent the next year, the full year, filming at MCKAMEY Manor because he was so enthralled about what this was all about and the magic behind it. And I gave him complete full access, which I've never given anybody else, and I'll never give that to anybody else again. That was the one and only time. But he filmed a full year and he changed the whole focus of his movie. I was just an afterthought. I was going to be this small little part in his film, and then it was the most fascinating thing he's ever seen in the haunt world. And then it turned into what it was. We became the focus of Haunters, the Art of the Scare. And that's a testament to how interesting what MCKAMEY Manor really is. And so I think that's, I am shocked by it, but in a way I'm not. But I'm flattered that he made me the star. To tell you the truth, I haven't seen the whole movie yet. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've been to one screening of it, and the audience is so going crazy and I'm applauding and loving it that I couldn't even hear half of it. And then we did a question and answer period. Next weekend, I'm going to be at HauntCon in New Orleans, and we're going to do another screening of the film with the director. They invited me out there. I'll be on the panel as well. And it's funny when you go to these screenings, there's all these other people on the panel, all these other folks in the movie, but all they care about is MCKAMEY Manor. That's all they ask about, and it makes the other panel members a little bit upset, I understand. So there is a magic behind the manor, and I've created that, and I'm really proud of that, and I've been very specific in what I do, and I know exactly how to spin things. I know how to spin the media. So when you read things in the media, you better be thinking twice, like, did Russ put them up to this? Is this something that Russ is trying to do to see if they'll latch onto it? Because 99% of the time, it is. I know exactly what I'm doing. They don't call me the puppet master for no reason at all. And they also call me the William Castle of the haunt world. If you don't know who William Castle is, he's a really interesting guy from the 60s. He was like a low-budget Alfred Hitchcock who made a lot of really fun, exploitative B movies. But he did things in a really unique way with a lot of creative, interactive things he did for the audience. And I kind of try to put myself in that world. And so what you think I am is probably not how it really is. I got here for a reason. I'm successful for a reason. And it's not just luck. So, so
I get it.
Do some research.
That's cool. Now, can I tell you this?
Sure.
Let me retract then what I said about you being a whack job, and because then I owe you an apology then, bro. Because
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
What I seen was, one thing, and then I talked to you, and you told me another. So I apologize in front of everybody.
Okay, it takes a big man to do that, and that's why I didn't bring you on to rip your head off or nothing. I'll let you do what you want to do. I'm very logical in how I do things, and I appreciate you just coming on and showing the folks, another side of people, because usually they don't come on board, man. I'm telling you, I offer the same chance to everybody, and they never take me up on it. So in 16 years, you're number 4. You're number 4. So that's pretty flippin' cool. And I'm even going to make a YouTube movie about this little encounter, and you're not going to look bad. I wasn't ripping you. I'm not trying to make you look like an idiot or nothing. You're just what I said. You're just an LIC. Nothing wrong with being an LIC.
Sure.
You know, but maybe next time think twice before you jump on the bandwagon and do a little research and find out what these things are all about. But I think the movie turned out great, and I don't think it puts me in a bad light at all, you know. And was I very aware that the cameras were around all the time? Of course. Russ, again, is aware of everything that I present to the world. It's hard to catch me off guard. It's hard to catch me in a moment when I'm not in charge, even though maybe the director thought he was in charge, but not so much. I'm very aware. You know, like, do I like snails? I hate snails. But was I maybe exaggerating the whole snail thing a little bit? Oh, maybe. Did I know there was a camera there? Thinking this might be an interesting little tidbit? Maybe. So I'm aware of what I'm doing at all times. And, you know, so relish in it. Enjoy it. This is just another side of haunting. You know, don't be a hater, man. Be a fan, because what we've created here, myself and the fans, because I wouldn't be diddly squat without the fans, is something pretty doggone cool. And it really is something that you would actually enjoy. And I would love to personally invite you to come out to Tennessee and take the tour. And I will offer you $20,000 in the contract, totally legit. I will offer you 20 grand if you can complete the process. And in turn, I can promise you that you will not be injured. You will not be cut up and black and blued. You won't have any of that going on. I can promise you that you'll walk out with all your limbs. I can promise you that you won't die. So in knowing that, there's no reason to quit. And you would be $20,000 richer. Who else, Aaron, what other establishment offers 20 grand to take the tour? And your price of admission, Aaron, is one bag of dog food that we donate to rescue dogs and to homeless dogs out here in Tennessee. Is that crazy or what? So maybe I am a little bit disturbed, because that's nuts, right?
That's a good kind of nuts, though, man. That's cool. I applaud you for that. That's a good thing.
So how about it, with all these folks watching, how about we set you up with a tour, and that way you'll really have a firsthand understanding of what McKamey Manor is all about. And I guarantee you, you'll walk away with a whole new appreciation, and you'll be a fan as well. What do you say?
How about no? There's no way, man. You're right. No.
Hey, I got to give it to you, man. You know, that's a pretty smart move, I guess. You know, at least you know your limitations. Am I right?
That's correct. Yes.
You know,
You're
it's not
right,
for
man.
everybody.
Nope. I'm good.
So,
but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, good luck in the future, man. So, you know, again, I reacted on stupidity, and I apologize, and I didn't understand the whole situation. So you called me out. I called you out. You called me out. So at least I had the balls to come on.
You did, my man. I appreciate that. And I am going to make a quick little YouTube video, because my God, you're the fourth one. That's cool. You're only 4 out of like 20 billion thousand haters that attack me every day. So, you know, you've got the guts to at least come on board. And more importantly, you got the guts and the class to say, look, dude, I was wrong about you. I apologize. So, you know, you're aces in my books, man. I'm a fan of yours. I got no problem at all, buddy. I appreciate you manning up and coming on board into the McKamey Manor kitchen for a couple of minutes.
Right on, man. All right. Very good.
All right, pal. So say goodbye to all the folks watching right now. Say something to them, because you got some fans, man. You got some fans now.
Yeah. Well, listen, folks. I made a mistake. I misunderstood what I saw. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. People make mistakes. They run their mouth when they don't understand everything. So I'm man enough to say that I was wrong. So whatever, you know.
Right on, brother.
So happy Halloween, whatever.
You too. Hey, what haunt do you work at? Why don't you advertise your haunt and get some people out there?
Well, I would love to, but I don't know if my boss, since I made an ass of myself on national.
No, don't worry about it, man. Come on. Dude, millions of people will see this video. Get the word out. Your boss isn't going to have anything bad to say about you. Get the word out, man. I'm all about promoting haunts. In fact, if you don't know what I did for the whole month of October was I stopped the shows here and I went around all of Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, and I filmed like 40 different haunts. The beautiful Miss Holly went through everything, single as a single. They let me film her, and they gave her the Holly special, which they gave her the MCKAMEY Manor special is what they did. They destroyed her, man. So, and then I'm making a documentary about all these haunts, and all those haunts are going to have their own specific movie about what they're about, and a whole lot of folks are going to see them, and that's going to be a positive, good thing for these haunters for 2018. The documentary is called Heart of Haunts because, Aaron, I'm a huge haunt fan of every kind of haunt you can imagine, from garage haunts to home haunts to the big ticket items. Man, I'm just a haunter, dude. I love it. So that's what I did for all of October was me and Holly went around promoting other people's haunts. So go ahead and feel free, man. Let folks know where you work at, get the word out, and hopefully you'll get some new business next year.
Yeah, well, I work at the Akron Haunted Schoolhouse and Laboratory in Akron, Ohio. So right here.
All right. Sweet. What do you do there? What's your role?
I'm a supervisor up there. So I just,
All right.
but it's more of a different type of haunt. Obviously, we're more old school and stuff like that. So
That's cool.
we've been around. Oh, so check us out.
When do you guys?
Although
when you
now
guys,
it's gonna be negative as shit.
what's that? Say again.
Now it's all going to be negative, dude. Because now all your people don't like me, which is cool. I get it, but whatever.
Man, they're okay. They love you again. You apologize. You manned up. They got no problem with you. I guarantee you. I guarantee. In fact, I'll tell them all right here. All you fans, MCKAMEY Manor fans, watching this video right now, let's have some love for Aaron. Aaron came on. He manned up, and he found out that maybe it wasn't quite what he thought, and he apologized. So we're all cool with Aaron. Hey, when are you guys going to be open for 2018? Give the exact address where you guys are at, man. I'm all about promoting you guys.
Well, that's yet to be discussed. I don't know the exact date that we're going to open for the scheduling, but as far as the address, it is 1300 Triplet Boulevard, Akron, Ohio, 44306. So, and we have a website. So they go on, they can check it out.
I give you a special invite when you guys know when you're going to be open. Aaron, we're friends now. You're on my friends list. Come on board,
Right.
MCKAMEY Manor on the page. Post it on the page, and we'll get the word out, man. And we'll get you guys some business for next year.
Cool, man. Appreciate it.
Right on, brother. All right, man. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out in the fire a little bit. You did good, and we'll see you real soon.
All right, take it easy.
All right, buddy. Take care. I just want to share you this. So right after we got done talking with Aaron, this woman, Lisa Michelle Vistier, or something like that, she writes, just watched some of the interview with you and Russ. I have to say, I'm on your side. I do not agree with it, and it made my skin crawl. I saw the documentary on Netflix and I couldn't watch it all. He is a disturbing individual. Let's pray he finds God in his life and he turns over a new leaf. Now, I thought the conversation went very well, so I'm not sure what she was watching. And then after that little post was made, I got a lot of comments supporting me. And this one is from Miss Tiffany, and it says, it's so annoying. People say you need to find God. You do nothing sexual, obscene, and it's all in a 3-hour contract. It bothers me so much how uneducated people are. What side is she on? The Aaron guy had no case to stand against. So I got a lot of that stuff. And then, just to be fair, Aaron did write, just FYI, I made my peace and apologized. I can't control what other people think or post. I understand now, and I wish the best for the haunt. Hope it thrives for many years to come. So there you go. I just wanted to share how, even though Aaron kind of saw the light about how things really are, and we had a nice conversation, you're still going to get these LICs throwing this crazy stuff out. So, but that's what makes things very, very interesting.